You won't believe it, but most people think you need vast expanses of land to cultivate your own fruit. I'm about to unveil 10 exceptional trees that will flourish in a pot on your balcony, yielding more fruit than you can possibly consume. Stay tuned, because number 7 practically finances itself within a single growing season. And that special tip at the end? It's an absolute game changer. Welcome back, fellow garden enthusiast. It's wonderful to have you here again. And if this is your first visit, you've discovered the most economical gardening channel on YouTube. I'm thrilled you've joined us today because we're exploring a topic that truly revolutionized my approach to homegrown food: fruit trees in containers. Forget your standard lemon tree planting advice. This is different. Before we delve deeper, please do me a small favor. If you're genuinely committed to growing your own food without overspending, click that subscribe button right now. And importantly, activate notifications, because I share new videos weekly packed with money-saving tips and advanced growing techniques. All right, let's jump in. Prepare to be amazed. At number 10, we have the pomegranate phenomenon. Pomegranates in pots might sound luxurious, but here's the astonishing part. These trees are incredibly resilient. I'm referring to dwarf varieties such as Nana or State Fair, which are absolute powerhouses in containers. What makes pomegranates ideal for pot cultivation is their naturally contained root system. Unlike other fruit trees that seek extensive spread, pomegranates maintain a more compact root structure. They are perfectly content in containers ranging from 15 to 20 gallons, which you can often acquire for free from restaurants or bakeries with a polite request. Those large, food-grade buckets are perfect for pomegranates. The fruit produced by these container-friendly varieties is just as exquisite as that from their full-size counterparts. Imagine deep crimson arils with a delightful, sweet tart flavor. Honestly, a single established tree can yield between 15 to 30 fruits per season. Considering grocery store prices, you're looking at potential annual savings of approximately $50 to $75, and that's a conservative estimate. My favorite aspect, however, is their drought tolerance once established. You can overlook watering them for a few days, and they'll readily forgive you. This is a massive advantage for busy individuals or those new to gardening. Moving on to number 9, the fig that transformed my perspective. Figs are fascinating because most people are unaware that they actually prefer being slightly root-bound. When you plant a fig in a container, you provide it with precisely the conditions it craves, resulting in more abundant fruit earlier in the season. Look for varieties like Petite Negra or Chicago Hardy. These aren't merely smaller trees. They're specifically cultivated to produce prolific harvests in confined spaces. I've personally witnessed single container figs yield over 100 fruits in a single season. No exaggeration. The remarkable characteristic of figs is their ability to fruit on new growth. This means that even if you reside in a colder climate and the tree experiences dieback in winter, it will regenerate and still bear fruit within the same year, a trait uncommon in most fruit trees. Here's a clever trick that will make you seem like a horticultural wizard. Slightly stress your fig tree by allowing it to dry out between waterings during the fruiting season. This concentrates the sugars, resulting in incredibly flavorful figs. Nature's candy, courtesy of you. Fresh figs at the market, if you can even find good ones, typically cost between $6 to $8 for a small package. Your potted fig tree will produce fruit that makes those store-bought options taste like cardboard by comparison. And number 8, we have blueberries that actually thrive. Now, we're entering truly special territory. Blueberries are arguably the most successfully grown fruit, yet many people falter due to a misunderstanding of one crucial element: their soil pH preference. Blueberries require acidic soil, ideally between a pH of 4.5 and 5.5. Standard potting mix simply won't suffice. However, when growing in containers, you have absolute control over this. Incorporate peat moss into your potting soil or utilize an azalea and rhododendron mix, and suddenly you'll be cultivating blueberries with superior results to commercial farms. Varieties such as Top Hat or Peach Sorbet are perfectly suited for pots. They remain under 3 feet in height, boast stunning fall foliage, and produce abundantly. A single mature blueberry bush in a container can yield between 3 to 5 pounds of berries per season. Have you observed the current price of blueberries? You're looking at $5 to $7 per pound for organic varieties. Do the math. One plant effectively pays for itself in the first year. But what makes blueberries brilliant for containers is their portability. Need more sun? Simply roll them over. Anticipating a late frost? Move them closer to your house. Need to adjust the soil? You're working with a container, not attempting to amend an entire garden bed. That level of adaptability is invaluable. Coming in at number 7 is the secret of the lemon tree. While many are familiar with Meyer lemons in pots, let me explain what truly makes them successful and why they hold this pivotal position on our list. Their importance cannot be overstated. Meyer lemons are naturally semi-dwarf, but more significantly, they are ever-bearing. This means you can observe blossoms, young fruit, and ripe fruit all on the same tree simultaneously, essentially offering a personal grocery store in a pot. One established Meyer lemon tree can produce between 50 to 100 lemons annually. Given that individual lemons can cost as much as $1.50 in stores, you can see the immense savings. Here's the aspect often overlooked. Lemons in pots are easier to maintain than those planted in the ground because you dictate all conditions. Too cold? Relocate it indoors near a sunny window. Pests appear? You can isolate and treat a single container. Soil issues? You meticulously selected the contents of that pot. And here's a money-saving revelation for you right now. You don't need specialized, expensive citrus fertilizer. A good quality, balanced organic fertilizer works perfectly. I utilize fish emulsion every 2 weeks during the growing season. It costs me roughly $15 annually, and my lemon tree is consistently laden with fruit. The fragrance alone when these trees bloom is worth the investment. Your entire patio will be enveloped in the scent of a citrus grove. And there's a profound satisfaction in crafting lemonade from lemons you've grown yourself. Before we continue, a quick interlude. If you're finding value in this content, please hit that like button. It significantly helps the channel reach more individuals eager to grow their own food. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these trees are you most excited about? I read every comment and genuinely enjoy hearing from you. All right, let's press on, as the next few selections are even more compelling. At number 6, we have dwarf peaches that exceed expectations. Peaches in pots might seem improbable, but varieties like Bonanza or El Dorado are specifically engineered for container living and are truly exceptional. These trees maintain a height of around 5 to 6 feet, are self-pollinating, and produce full-size peaches with a superior flavor to anything you can purchase. Here's why container peaches are so noteworthy at number 6. Stone fruits are often perceived as temperamental, but container peaches defy that reputation. You can shield them from late frosts, control their environment, and effectively net them to deter birds, a task that would be incredibly challenging with a 15-foot tree in your yard. A single dwarf peach tree can yield 20 to 40 full-sized peaches per season. Organic peaches at the store typically range from $3 to $4 per pound, representing significant savings. Furthermore, the taste differential is extraordinary. Store-bought peaches are harvested prematurely to endure shipping. Your homegrown peaches ripen on the tree, making all the difference. The sensation of juice dripping down your chin as you bite into a tree-ripened peach you cultivated yourself. That's the essence of this endeavor. The key to success with peaches is thinning. When you observe small fruits developing, remove approximately half of them. This may seem counterintuitive, but it encourages the remaining peaches to grow larger and sweeter, while also preserving the tree's health. It's one of those practices that feels contrary to logic, but delivers perfect results. At number 5, cherries without the need for a ladder. Dwarf cherries, specifically varieties like Romeo or Juliet, are absolute game changers for container gardening. While sweet cherries can be somewhat challenging, these pie cherry varieties are remarkably resilient. Frankly, I prefer them for fresh consumption. What makes cherries particularly advantageous in containers is that you sidestep the most significant obstacle faced by cherry growers: birds. With your cherry tree in a pot on your patio, you can effortlessly drape bird netting over it in mere minutes. Attempt that with a 20-foot tree in your yard. It's simply not feasible. Container cherries can produce between 10 to 15 pounds of fruit per season once mature, which is ample for fresh eating, baking pies, making jam, and even for freezing. Store-bought cherries are prohibitively expensive, often costing $8 to $10 per pound when in season. Your container tree yields fruit valued at well over $100 annually. And here's a beautiful aspect of cherries in pots: their early and stunning blooms. Even before the tree bears fruit, it offers breathtaking displays of pink and white blossoms. It's both ornamental and productive, ensuring appreciation even from those who aren't avid gardeners. Taking the fourth spot is the apple that fits anywhere. Columnar apples are reminiscent of science fiction marvels. These trees grow vertically with minimal lateral branches, making them ideal for containers as they reach a maximum height of about 8 to 10 feet, but maintain a width of only 2 feet. Varieties like North Pole or Golden Sentinel are your prime choices. The astonishing aspect of columnar apples is their ability to produce full-sized apples on a tree that occupies the same footprint as a small shrub. You could potentially fit 3 or 4 of these on a compact balcony and enjoy fresh apples from late summer through autumn. Each tree yields approximately 15 to 25 apples per season. And we're talking about crisp, juicy, genuine apples, not some peculiar miniature variety. The savings here accumulate differently because apples store exceptionally well. Harvest your apples in September or October. Store them in a cool location, and you'll be enjoying fresh apples through December or even January. Factoring in organic apple prices of $3 to $4 per pound, your columnar apple tree provides substantial savings over several months, not just weeks. Furthermore, and this is crucial, apples in containers are easier to keep pest-free. You can swiftly inspect every portion of a small tree, catching problems in their early stages. Contrast this with a full-sized apple tree where even the highest branches are out of sight. And number 3, we reimagine strawberries. While technically not trees, bear with me, as this might be the most productive container fruit setup you can achieve. Ever-bearing strawberries in a container garden are truly productivity powerhouses and fully deserve this placement. Here's why strawberries at number 3 are so critical. They produce fruit rapidly, often within months of planting, and continue to yield from late spring through autumn. A single, well-maintained container with 6 to 8 strawberry plants can provide fresh berries almost daily during peak season. We're discussing pounds upon pounds of fruit from something occupying less space than a standard pot. Store-bought strawberries are incredibly expensive, frequently costing $5 to $7 per pound when in season. Your container strawberries offer the opposite. They are cultivated for exceptional taste, picked at peak ripeness, and consumed within minutes. The flavor difference is so profound that once you've experienced homegrown strawberries, store-bought ones can seem almost insulting. The beauty of strawberries in containers lies in succession. As older plants naturally decline, you replace them with runners from your most vigorous producers. It's a self-sustaining system that incurs minimal cost after the initial setup. Moreover, you can stack containers vertically, utilize hanging baskets, or construct a strawberry tower. Their space efficiency is unparalleled. Now, at number 2, avocados that actually bear fruit. This is where many will think I've lost my mind, but hear me out. Dwarf avocado varieties like Wurtz or Little C are indeed capable of fruiting in containers. And when they do, you're harvesting avocados that cost $5 to $8 each in stores. A single tree can produce between 20 to 30 avocados annually once mature. Yes, avocados require patience. You're looking at 3 to 4 years before substantial fruiting occurs. But consider this: you'll be planting that tree anyway, or you'll continue purchasing avocados indefinitely, which sounds more appealing. The key to success with avocados in containers is excellent drainage and unwavering patience. Employ a well-draining soil mix, avoid overwatering, and allow ample time. These dwarf varieties are self-pollinating, meaning you don't require a second tree. All you need is one healthy tree, the appropriate environmental conditions, and patience. What elevates avocados to number 2 on this list is the exceptional reward. When your tree begins producing, you'll receive organic, perfectly ripe avocados at zero cost for decades. A tree in a pot can thrive and produce for over 20 years. Do the math on that. Even with conservative estimates, you're looking at thousands of dollars worth of avocados over the lifespan of a single tree. And because they are in containers, you can bring them indoors during cold spells if you're in a marginal climate. This adaptability enables individuals in zones not typically suited for avocado cultivation to successfully grow them. And finally, at number 1, the banana trick. This may come as a surprise, but dwarf banana plants are the ultimate container fruit producer. Here's why. Varieties such as Dwarf Cavendish or Super Dwarf can yield full-size bananas in a pod, and they do so faster than almost any other fruit on this list. Bananas are not technically trees. They are herbaceous perennials, but that distinction is irrelevant because they produce fruit prolifically. A single banana plant in a container can provide 50 to 100 bananas in one harvest cycle, and these cycles are relatively quick, with fruit appearing within 18 months to 2 years, followed by continuous production. What propels bananas to the number 1 spot is their incredible value. Organic bananas typically cost around 80 cents to $1 per pound, and a single bunch from your plant might weigh 20 to 40 pounds. But beyond the monetary savings, it's the sheer experience. Harvesting a bunch of bananas you cultivated yourself is genuinely one of the most rewarding achievements for a gardener. Bananas thrive in containers because you can provide them with precisely what they require: rich soil, consistent moisture, and warmth. As tropical plants, in colder climates, you can bring them indoors during winter where they enter a semi-dormant state, then return them outdoors when temperatures rise. The container makes this seasonal relocation possible. And here's the bonus aspect of bananas. After the main stalk fruits, it naturally dies back, but it sends up new shoots known as pups. You can pot these pups, and suddenly you have more banana plants. You can gift them to friends, keep them for yourself, or even sell them, as banana plants are in high demand. All right, I promised a bonus, and this one is substantial. The secret that enhances the performance of all these container fruit trees is something almost universally overlooked: mulch. Apply 2 to 3 inches of wood chips or straw over the soil surface in your containers. This practice accomplishes 3 critical objectives that will transform your results. First, it regulates soil temperature, keeping roots cooler in summer and warmer in winter. Second, it conserves moisture, meaning you'll need to water less frequently, and your trees will experience reduced stress. Third, it gradually decomposes, enriching your soil with organic matter and feeding your trees. I adopted this practice 3 years ago, and my container trees have exploded in productivity. It's a remarkably simple technique, costs virtually nothing, and the difference is dramatic. Visit a local tree service company and inquire about wood chips. Most will provide them free of charge as they seek to dispose of them. So, there you have it. 10 fruit trees that will flourish in containers, lead to significant financial savings, and provide you with fresh fruit superior to anything you can purchase. Whether you have a petite balcony or a sprawling patio, you can absolutely cultivate your own fruit without breaking the bank. If this video has been helpful, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss future installments. Leave a comment letting me know which tree you'll be starting with. I'm genuinely curious. Thank you for spending time with me today, my gardening friend. Now, go forth and grow something spectacular. I'll see you in the next video.